Hi everyone, I've always said the real litmus test for whether or not you get lean is whether or not you do it at home. So here's my house.
Hey, Paul Akers, and welcome to my home shop. You know, I love lean, and I've done a lot of cool lean improvements here, and I'm going to show you some of them. But I'm also really on the artsy side. I built all the furniture in my house, and I love woodworking. But one of my favorite things is this panel I built here. I did a project a couple of years back, and I showed how I did that. I collected all these planes from garage sales and everything, and then put them up on the wall here. And the idea behind this was to allow children to come in and actually handle them. So we used our power head screws, and it's just a really cool display. And we have a lot of things put on here with magnets as well. So that's just on there with magnets. But I love old tools, and I've collected these. I even got some from Poland. These are actually from Poland right here that I just recently got. But a couple of cool things I have in here also is my wood library, which is right here. I really like this. These are all the woods that I collected over all the years of building furniture, and I just collected a little piece and then I put them on there, and then when a customer would come, I would pull that out and say, hey, do you want to do it out of white oak, or do you want to do it out of East Indian rosewood or ebony or whatever, but I'd have all those cool things. Now my shop is pretty small, but it's got a lot of cool things, so we'll come over here. One of the things, I'm into mountain bike riding and bike riding, so I built my bike rack right here. This is my bag that I ship, and my bike rack just goes right into this little holster right here and then goes into the back of my bike. So it also stores them when I'm in the garage or in the shop, but then also I can put it on my car and it goes away really quickly. So that's really cool. You see all my third hands, my pipe clamps are up here. But then this is the main area that I work. You see I put everything in Kaizen foam. It's very organized. I have all my glue bots, my 2P10, my KISS drill bit system. All my drilling bits are all put behind the best fence, which is absolutely awesome. And then I put that in Kaizen foam. Really pretty simple, not too fancy, but really functional. All the power head screws are put in our Kaizen bins, and they're tipped up at an angle. And of course I have all my router bits up here that are all in Kaizen foam, and all my sharpening stones, and everything's very, very well labeled, so I don't have to struggle to do anything. So it's just a cool setup. I did this out of clear. This is the saw hood. We don't offer it in clear, but I did it because I have this beautiful window system here, and I wanted the natural light to come in. I didn't want to block it out, and it's kind of part of the romantic part of the shop, is that it's a really great environment to build furniture in, because I built all the furniture in my home and I did it here, and it was just fun to be in a great environment in the woods, because I live up in the woods. I have all my power tools, my loom drilling machine, and then my sanding table. I just made this sanding table really, really cool. Flip the switch right here. It's just got a carpet blower in it. If you look up here, that's a carpet blower, but that's a small one. So I just took a big one and put it in here, flip the switch, and this creates a ton of suction and then just evacuates the dust out. I have all my sandpaper set in Kaizen foam right there, which is really cool. And I built a little lumber rack here, which is not perfect, but it actually works pretty well. I don't have a lot of inventory anymore. And then inside the drawers on all of my tool chests here, it's absolutely amazing. So come on over here and look at this. This is probably my favorite part, is it has pictures of what's in every drawer, so I don't even struggle. So look at it. You pull this open, look at that. You want to know where the vice grips are? Boom, you know the vice grips are going to be right there. You know the screwdrivers are going to be there. You want some specialty hammers? There's all the hammers. It's really a cool system. All my files. You know, this took time, but it was worth it because I love to work here because it's so simple. Now, this is my great big bench from Sweden that I absolutely love, and I modified it. And look at this, isn't that cool? All my chisels are right there. Oh, this one came out of place, and it's just very cool. My Craig jig is right there as well. And so it's a nice setup. It's a small shop. I have an awesome sliding table saw and great lighting. Everything's LED lighting, and it really works out well. Now, I used to have a lot more machines in here when I was a cabinet maker, but we took a lot of those down to FastCap. You've seen some of those. We had the edge bander down there, and we had a line boring machine. We had a couple different things. But that's kind of how I have my shop organized. And this was one of my very first inventions right here. This rotating table. So as a cabinet maker, I'd put a cabinet up here and I'd nail together the sides to tack them, and then I'd screw them in, and I would sit right here, and to get to all sides of the cabinet, I would simply spin it. This is part of the beginnings of my lean thinking, even though I really didn't know what lean was, and I wasn't a lean thinker, but it was part of efficiency and how I organized my shop to be able to get more done with just one person. And of course, as you can see, I had power tools, so my tools used to sit in here. This was my toolbox. When I'd go on a job site, I'd made these toolboxes, and all the tools would fit in there, and I just grab them and go. And then when I came back from the job site, I just flip right in there. And as you can see, I have my clamps down here, all my clamps here. But then on the other side, I actually had screw guns. They're not all organized the way it used to be, but I had all my nail guns and screw guns, so everything was right here. I was screwing something in, nailing something, boom, everything was very, very efficient, and it worked out really well.
One of my favorite things is we make these labels at FastCap out of a durable PVC material that's smooth, and you can just write on them with the Sharpie. And the nice thing about that is, rather than use a label machine, just put these on, write on them. You can take lacquer thinner and just wipe it off and reapply the words that you want.
So that's just kind of like my home shop. I love it, and it works out so well. I'm always improving it. So lean, not only at work, but at home. Thanks a lot.
So the key to lean is just get started. Just do a little bit every day, and before long it all accumulates and you'll really have something to show for your innovation and continuous improvement.